This War of Mine is one of those games that everyone should play, at least once. It serves to open up the mind and be a reminder as to the unspeakable horrors of war. It's frankly pretty terrifying, and as a bystander or innocent civilian, especially one unable to relocate to safety, you are forced to endure, quite literally, what this game portrays. War is hell. War has been raging for countless months, and the besieged city has been reduced to a sea of ruins by constant shelling. Going outside during daylight is like inviting snipers to target practice. Everything is in short supply, and what little aid reaches the city is seized by the most ruthless and best armed. Few residents were lucky enough to flee. The unlucky ones, Zlata, Sveta, and Tana Pavle, who missed the last refuge convoy, are left to fend for themselves. Ordinary people with no survival skills, huddling in the ruin, relying on each other to survive. Developers for this game are 11-bit, developers of Frostpunk, a great game by the way, and Children of Morta, amongst others. They have a recognized craft with this genre, and are intellectually capitalizing on it to great effect. Anyone who gives this game even as little as an hour of their time will likely be sucked in, especially if you set the atmosphere for it. Set the lights down, turn the headphones up, partake in any or no substances, and jump in. Now, this isn't my very first exposure to this game, so I do have a general grasp of what to do here. Granted, I have only played this once before for the better half of a day that was quickly lost to me, but it's not too tough to grasp once you start in. It's a familiar process of resource collection and management, building workstations, water purifiers, beds, chairs, stoves, heaters, etc. Basically everything a struggling, war-torn city citizen would need to survive, if only temporarily. This occupies your day, as you also see to the needs of your people, resting and eating accordingly. It's definitely enough to keep you occupied while the war is raging outside. During the nights requires you to put one of your dutiful survivors in the role of guard, sleep, or explore. You will have to have at least one person on guard unless you have some heavy security. Otherwise, dish out the beds as needed. Ideally, grab someone with lots of inventory room and set off. We choose a destination to scour and pilfer valuable items and various components. It's a nice little escape from the shelter management portion and brings with it a sense of anticipation and excitement. You might not see much interference at the first place you venture to, but as you go through your days exploring, you will quickly find that the random ammunition you have been getting has some use after all. First thing you may notice is the atmosphere. The mood entirely appropriate for the experience. Lighting, etching, and shadow effects, particularly when bumped up to ultra settings, make immersion a certainty. Spend our days trying our best to survive and our nights trying our best to secure materials. Your hard-working innocents can also die and experience crippling guilt and depression. Definitely deep, and you will need to be careful about how you proceed with this game if you want to ensure you don't have unnecessary blood on your hands. What I think I love most about this game is that it scratches that micromanagement itch while also providing a fairly good life lesson. Living in the States, I can say that I have lived a pretty sheltered life. We are the bullies on the playground, if you will. And so we don't see war, at least not up close and personal. Other countries see this type of thing on a regular basis, and it serves to show that war is not a game. And maybe some of our generals here in the US of A could take a lesson from that and perhaps stop fomenting even more terrorism by being in these countries, subjugating their people to begin with. I don't apologize for the tangent there. After all, war is hell. There are quite a few different stories you can choose from and options to spice up a subsequent playthrough. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.